Whoa. That's a way to start a show.
Hey, Legion.
Hey.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank
Holy
you for
crap.
coming by, Legion, and
Yeah.
dropping some subs on us. It's good to see you,
Thanks.
buddy.
That was awesome.
I don't know who Legion is, but I
know
love
who
them.
Legion is because I just played a game with Legion last week over at the Liching Hour.
Oh,
Legion,
nice.
thanks.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for coming
Fantastic.
by and being a
Dude,
Santa Claus.
that-
Look at
that
that.
is
Welcome by and
kick
check out
ass,
our
dude.
game.
That is kick ass.
Man. All right. Well, that was not expected.
Welcome.
But
Welcome to our hype
Void
train.
Prime 5, where we last left off. Our guys had finally blasted off into space, having resolved the bug mine and beginning to unravel some of why the bug mine happened in the first place and why it wasn't simply just bugs, but also mercenaries loading them in and all that jazz. The guys got a general theory as to what they're going to pursue with that if it ever comes up on the horizon again, but they're like, hey, let's get paid. They got paid. They took off. Everything's fine. And then
That's what
a
you-
ship behind them that seemed to be moving in their general direction, they hailed and said, I'm just passing through.
No problem, guys. It's gonna be
And then
fine.
it wasn't.
Oh, guys.
And then they
And
shot
then-
us.
Oh, there's Liching
Yeah,
Hour
right
showing up
That's
with the
Liching Hour.
raid.
Thanks, Lich.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming by. Thanks for bringing
Welcome
your
by,
friend.
Lich.
Thank you so much.
And so, the ship that said, I'm just passing by, that turned out to be Alaya, attacked. And then we spent an entire game doing ship combat.
That's true.
Yeah.
he wonders why we have trust issues, you know?
Which I feel like will be very efficient. It started very slow and cumbersome because we had no idea what we were doing. And then by the end, I was like, oh, I think this is actually going to move pretty quick. We got this figured out.
I am probably going to mod it because unless I start seeing a logic against the other locked abilities due to level, I'd rather you have more options available to you than less options.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so that
Feel
might
that.
just go away, and I won't worry about the idea of levels on the ship. Because it almost feels like the idea of, I don't know, gatekeeping for the idea of level progression being important to the ship.
I feel that.
Anyway.
I feel that.
So, now, the Bogart, our home base, sits damaged, but operational. And as we speak, the single pilot of the Shrike has been pulled aboard and stuck in an airlock on the Bogart. Gentlemen, you are looking at a female human that is in her pilot suit. Tim brought her aboard.
Because he can do that.
Got her at gunpoint in the airlock still.
Okay. Then she has hands up.
Sit tight. I'm sure my friends will be here in a second as I close it and give a knock on the door as it opens up and hit the comm. Guys, come on down to the airlock. Got the pilot.
Okay.
All right. It's time.
Dex makes his way down there.
Terminator follows.
Oh. Just pass
So to
through
be
his
clear, Timmy, are you still in here with her with the gun?
Yeah, I opened the airlock door and I basically like stepped a few steps out and leaving her in the chamber. I'm more in the hallway now, keeping I would say probably about like 7 feet of distance between us.
Okay.
Just with the gun on her, more out in the ship hallway, just kind of waiting out of my periphery to see the guys coming along.
Okay. The guys are all
Right.
here.
So was this? Is that the one right there? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna freaking get it. You don't even know.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends on what you tell us.
Yeah. So what's her deal?
Why'd you open fire?
I was hired to disable this ship and get him off.
Who's him?
And she's pointing an exterminator.
Oh,
And she pulls back the hand.
Okay, well that's something answered right away. By
Yeah,
the way,
didn't
if
see
you
that
were
coming.
looking to disable, you programmed your bots like shit because they killed somebody.
wait,
Wait, who died?
where?
I saw the captain when I came into the airlock.
Yeah. Captain didn't make it. Captain didn't make it. Nope. Nope.
Damn.
Wait, but we're missing a very important piece of information. How much were you paid?
Currently, I was paid half in advance, $2,000.
That's it?
Wow.
$2,000? That's in credits, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So who's paying?
I work for a broker on Kemmer.
Ron Kimmer. Is that ringing bell at all?
I would like to sense motive.
Roll.
15.
That seems legitimate. It seems to have come out to clean with not enough of a pause to formulate a quality lie.
All right.
I mean, we were paid $600 to rescue a bunk.
Well, from a bunch of.
There was a lot of
$2,000.
interest out there, apparently. Not a whole lot of money in it, but somebody's after it.
Money's. I don't want to make anything worse here. If we can talk about anything, I just want to be able to walk away from this. So, whatever you need.
Does she have a helmet on?
She does.
$2,000.
She's in the middle of.
It's pretty typical in these one-person starships to remain in your flight suit. That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
As she's been like, I just want this to let me whatever.
Yeah,
Spicy Mike gives her the people's elbow. He's like, boom! And he's like, we'll see about that.
Give me an athletics.
Oh. Athletics is gonna work.
I just want to see how nasty this is.
I need a D20.
I think we're about to smell it. I think that's where we're about to get.
That is a 20. I can't do math. 21.
Okay. This is important. Cam, do you prep it?
I just do a walk by, just a one and like straight down on the top.
All right.
Choo-choo style.
Yeah.
She slams to the floor and she rolls onto her back and give me a perception check. Spicy.
You don't give us no bullshit now, all right? You understand me?
Spicy, Helio. Everybody can go for a perception check that's watching this close.
Ooh, I have a 19 perception.
26.
Oh, where's that at?
I have to exit and come back in.
I like to get my bad rolls out of the way early.
Do you smell the spice? This
Clearly, I don't smell nothing.
Well, Sarah, thanks for coming by to watching us play Starfinder. I don't know if we're doing it right, but this is what we're doing. So we are making a lot of stuff up.
Oh, hope you like
Just
it.
doing stuff. Yeah.
Last episode,
Workout.
episode 4, the space combat, we
pretty
tried
legit.
to go pretty much
It was
across the board
And
legit.
It was a legit.
And we
fun.
already want to mod it. Because that's all we ever do is mod stuff.
We do want to mod it, but it
We
was
mod
a
everything we
legit.
do.
It was a
Sounds
legit
great.
cool system,
And it's-
though.
We are,
Yeah.
we are the type of group that pulls out the duct tape and starts cutting into it and building our own part out of it.
In its
So.
defense, we only want to mod it because we want to play with more of its features.
Aw,
true.
see, Timmy
We're
with
not
the
changing
positive.
its features.
Yeah.
If we were on the speed show, we'd be those people that can't leave a car alone. We have
Helios
to
got a
do.
great perception check for sure.
I got a 19.
All right, only Helios actually catches this. Helios, for a brief moment, because you've got her in your sights staring down the barrel, you see a hand twitch slightly to her side as if reflexively, and she stops herself as she rolls to her back.
Right side or left side?
It's on her left.
Left side. I'm going to. It was a reflex, but she didn't go all the way.
Correct. You saw the hand as she rolls over. You see the hand just immediately quick drop down. She just goes up and does that and relaxes. And everybody else, it just looks like she was discombobulated from that elbow. I mean, that elbow belonged to the people of the Bogart, everybody.
So, I would like to cast Daze upon her.
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
And
That's it.
if it works for the moment that she's dazed, I want to quickly move in, tell Spicy Mike, Mike, I need you to hold it down for a second, and I'm going to check her side there to see if I can locate anything hidden.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Oh, that's right. There is like no investigation anymore, is there? So I guess it would just be perception.
It's
again.
always perception now, which is weird to me. I don't necessarily.
Yeah. Oh, and I think I got to tell you my DC. I have this written down somewhere. Spell save.
It's listed right there. It says will save
Oh,
13.
lovely. DC 13.
Investigation has been replaced by computers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
there's
much, I mean.
also-
Knowledge skills.
It's
This is going to be. Yeah, there's no passives either now.
Google. What's the
You know what,
answer?
So here's what happens. You go through the motions. You do the quick flick, and exactly how does your daze manifest?
There is a moment where literally as I flicker, there's a little bit of stars in front of her eyes that she literally sees stars for a moment.
Okay. The stars start to flare in front of her eyes, and you see her look in your direction, make eye contact, and then very poorly fakes being dazed. She rolled a 1, so she's trying to pretend the spell worked.
Okay.
She's like, the timing is off. It doesn't happen as instantaneously as it should have. She's like, oh, ay. And her eyelids start to flutter, and she's rolling her eyes in the back of her skull.
Well, you're made of stout stuff, but you're gonna have to work on your acting skills. Mike, hold her down.
Muted.
Oh, you're
Mike.
muted. Nick. And I want you to see if you can
You're
find
still
anything
no
outside
sound.
there.
There you go.
Got it. I got it. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's no problem. So he gets like basically where you get the like 3-point stance, and he just sits with the elbow on the back of her neck, and he just puts his weight on it, just like, we got it. Don't you worry about it.
Okay.
She ain't going nowhere with me.
Okay.
Also, Mike probably doesn't smell great, so she gets
No,
to
he
deal with that too.
Spicy
That's
DO.
canon. Yeah.
Yeah.
During this this interaction with this pilot, I'm going to exit out one of the other airlocks and go to her ship and hack
Okay.
it and pilot it back to our ship.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Give me a sweet roll.
Of what?
Your computers.
My computers.
fire this baby back up. And I had a 15 perception to search her when we get back to that.
Okay.
Make sure my thing is turned on for hacking.
Make sure I've got my stuff listed for hacking.
Hack the planet every time.
Acid burn.
That is a sweet little tip.
Burn, acid burn, Phantom Freak, serial killer, Crash Override.
Crash override.
I love
Yep.
that movie, and
It's a
I
great
don't
movie.
care that it's
Terrible,
inaccurate.
but it's great.
I don't
Oh, man.
care.
Dude, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Plague.
Everybody rides a skateboard with a trench coat. Come on now.
Everybody rides a skateboard.
What is happening?
Movie called Hackers,
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have
starring
seen
Johnny Lee Miller and
Mhm.
a very young. Oh man, I just brain farted on her name.
Angelina Jolie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Brain farting is getting way worse, everybody.
Yeah.
Way
Mhm.
worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, 40. Thanks.
I rolled a 14.
You log in, and instantly you are locked out of the system, and the weapons are getting ready to overheat
Oh shit.
and do a self-destruct.
Wait just a
That
sec,
seems
because
bad.
actually I think I have a feat that lets me trigger or not a feat, but a thing that lets me trigger mechanic.
Ah, Malice likes it. It is a
Yeah,
good.
he knows. He knows.
And Pendulette's in it.
Yeah.
Man, I've
What's
totally
that
forgot about
long?
that.
Been a long time since I've
Yes.
seen that movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shaggy was in them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Matthew Willard.
Yeah, he was a serial
Yeah.
killer. Yeah,
For a hot minute, I thought Ysera meant.
the actual Shaggy. Oh
No,
no.
it's like
Oh.
Mr. Lava Lava.
Yeah, I was like, Shaggy and hackers?
roll, mama.
Terrible. I hate that guy.
It would have
yes.
fit.
My exocortex memory module. Once per day, while not in combat, I can re-roll a failed check. So I
Nice,
have a luck
nice.
score for computer hacking.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah.
As you are
26.
typing things in, you feel Will step from the back seat to the passenger seat, metaphorically speaking.
Mhm.
09. Consider once again the 3rd, 7th, 12th, and the 20 through 27th characters in this sequence, and you catch the error. You back up and you reapproach how you're going to come at this thing. You realize you're having a very streamlined approach that is potentially risky with certain systems. So he's actually, you have to step back and take a more broad approach and then narrow down in a more cautious fashion.
Excellent advice, Will. I was rushing. I should slow down sometime.
You bypass, you now have full control of the Shrike, and you can reset the security key, and nothing has overpowered. But you do sense that built into this, now that you're inside of it, there is more than one booby-trapped element to this ship. You don't sense that all of them are lethal.
Okay.
Tim, you search. You find on her left side in a thigh pocket 3 small hemispheres. They're about the size of... They're slightly bigger in diameter than a quarter. And each one... each one is pretty clean. Very streamlined in design. They look Pana-ish or TMC-ish. They don't look ramshackle at all.
So it looks like some type of like sleek electronic of some description. It's like
Maybe a grenade, maybe a bug, maybe a tracker. It's tough to say. Whatever this is, it can't have a big transmission radius to it just because of its size. It can't house that strong of a power source.
I might explain exactly how you were thinking this might have helped you out of this situation.
Force of habit. Force of habit. And then she points. I'm going to point very slowly so you know what you are holding.
Thank you.
That is a flash. That is a limited EMP. And that is a beacon.
Okay. So you have anyone else you're working with then, I should suppose, that this beacon goes to?
That beacon's going to contact my broker that things have gone wrong.
Oh.
So we haven't really gotten to the fact where you're going to take Exterminator here and why. I assume they probably didn't tell you anything, but I'd like
Pretty small ship.
yeah,
You-
it doesn't really
you
take
Do
something.
you by chance have a beacon that tells when things go right?
If he hears nothing, he'll assume the job is still on. If, however, he hasn't heard from me within a month, the job will cycle out. The other half of the pay will disappear, and somebody else is going to get the job. That's what she answers to Dax. She turns to who asked where he's supposed to go.
Oh, that was me, Helios.
Okay. She turns to Helios. I am to deliver him to a region on Gramano.
Mono.
Does that track, or does that seem like she's being truthful?
Roll.
You got it.
Is that the planet with the radiation?
A 9.
She seems legit.
All right, yeah.
It's tough to read.
Gramano.
You're not really sure.
That's that Lashanta
Gramano,
homeworld.
Gramano is the Lashunta and Teb homeworld. If I were to give you an equivalent, it's a lot like Pandora without the toxic atmosphere, and it has very large and aggressive flora and fauna.
Shit,
So-
if somebody wanted me to do a show, they could have asked.
I don't ask questions. I just lock down jobs. But I am a businesswoman first and foremost, and professionalism is important. Gentlemen, this is fair and square. I've lost. I would like to walk away. What could I do for you to see some way out of this?
Can we see her face through the helmet?
Kind of. It's getting really foggy. She is. You see strands of brunette hair across her eyes, but she also has a respirator, so you can't really see much of her face.
I'm going to Spicy Mike, while he's down there with his elbow on the back of her neck, he's going to look and see if there's any, like, straps or clasps or whatever that are holding the helmet on.
That's an intelligence check.
And Helios, hey Dax, you know a bit more about electronics and ordnance. I'm going to hand these 3 things over to you. I'm going to hand
15.
you her discs.
All right, Dax will take a look at him, but I got to be honest with you. I'm still hung up on $2,000. Just $2,000? Like, you ain't missing a zero on that number somewhere? Just 2?
That's half.
The $4,000 when she delivers them.
So was it supposed to be alive?
Yeah.
Huh. Were you supposed to take me bound and all that kind of stuff, or treat me nice?
Whatever it takes to get you there alive.
Honestly, I have no idea why somebody would be trying to grab me.
Someone's unhappy. I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, you also don't know why they'd make a copy, either, right?
Spicy
You're
Mike.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Spicy Mike.
Yep.
One time,
Uh-huh.
Dax walked you through this. You got the black button above the blue button next to the white button, and then you 1, 2, 1, 2, and you got it.
To take her helmet off?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay. So there we go. And so like once it gets loose, it just like pushes it off her head, not caring if it's hurting her face at all. He's just like
And then the respirator pops off as it's attached to the helmet with her. You can see she has some scarring here on her face. It looks like grazes from old fights. Beyond that, she has green eyes. She's a brunette human, slight build, athletic.
oh, well, girl, you've been in a few fights. You see what I'm saying? I mean, look at that one right there. That's a big old one right there.
You can tell from looking at the back of her neck, she's lean and she's built in the same way that like track and field kids are. Like that's the kind of vibe. And
I mean,
okay, then just was the 26 for that, Clint?
That was to redo his.
No,
ship
I have
thing.
not rolled
Yeah,
yet. I was just telling you what
he's
I'm
rolled.
going to do. I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay.
Well,
A 21.
That'll do it. Your difficulty was 18, so you're now in, and you are setting up all the authentication. I
don't think that's how you say that.
It isn't, with Will and yourself.
I come over the comm. Well, boys, we have the ship.
Oh, now we're in business. All right. We're going to sell that thing for so much money. You ain't getting none of it, lady.
I mean, I don't think we got a cargo hold that'll hold that, do we?
I
Great
think I'm going
question.
to set it up as an autopilot and just follow us.
It's disabled. You
Yeah, we-
guys
that thing's
shut
Let's just
it
say,
down.
I'm pretty
It
sure
is
we hit the engines
dead.
we
hard.
did.
dead in the
we-
dark.
We specifically decided to hold our shot so it didn't blow up, and we had to like make a special roll to do that or something, right? Like,
You could
Yeah.
piggyback it.
We will do
We
that.
We could towboat this thing
yeah,
through
give it a
space.
tow. If there's anything that Bogart looks like, it's a tow truck.
take it
Yeah.
to our port,
It's
see if we can
definitely
get
the
it
tug.
running again.
We look like a tugboat.
I make sure when I say that,
Runner or
I
shot
say that.
putter? Runner, not shot putter. Since I was asked.
I make sure I say that when I say that, I do it over the full intercom so she knows as well.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's professional courtesies and all that, but you did kill the captain.
If you shoot at me, there ain't no more courtesies. It's right out at that point.
No, she's captured though, guys. It's a little different now.
I suppose. I mean,
I
I ain't taking
surrender.
a ship. I'm still taking a ship.
Oh, we're taking a ship for sure. There's not a question on that.
I surrender.
I say we just take her to the nearest starport, turn her over to the authorities. Maybe there's a
My
bounty.
bots were not
Yeah.
programmed to attack. They were programmed to sabotage. And I'm not trying to excuse. I'm trying to explain. I'm sorry for your loss. It was never my intent to bring anybody else into this besides. And then she looks over at Exterminator but doesn't finish her sentence.
Like what happened where you saw it, right?
Helios, did you just do that?
Yeah, that was the like. I mean, I assume I didn't get a
Hey.
good read on her, but I was trying to figure out if she was being genuine. That like she
Listen,
didn't
lady.
program the bots.
On
Yeah.
that one, let me roll. She lied.
Yeah.
She knows. The lie falls somewhere around how she defines programming the bots for sabotage.
But some, yeah, okay. Some like
Look,
live omission to some BS justification. Sure.
listen, lady. I mean, you can take one look at this ship, and you can recognize pretty quickly it is not a single crew vessel. So, I don't know how you was getting around thinking you weren't involving anybody else in this, but there was clearly going to be multiple people on this ship. So, I mean, I know you're dumb, but you can't be that dumb, right? Like,
I'd like to say no, but considering where I am right now, and she's got her face in the floor and Mike's on her
Got a
neck.
big ol'
She's not even really able to make eye contact with any of you right now.
I mean, I'm still stuck on this $4,000 credit situation. I mean, if I was exterminated, if you came on here and told me that for $4,000 you were going to apprehend me, I'd be insulted. I mean, it takes $6,000 to get a tactical knife, and this man is worth way more than a tactical knife. I mean,
Thanks,
you already. In parts alone, you could scrap off of this man's worth more than that. I don't understand where you're going with this, but $4,000 is an insult to him. He should be wanting to shoot you right now, and I'm just gonna walk away. I mean, I don't even know. This is blowing my mind. Like,
What's your name?
Dawn Vic.
See if there's anything out on you on the net, Vic.
So when they start asking her more questions, Spicy Mike decides to convert from elbow on the neck to sitting her up full Nelson, so that way she can like look at everybody, even though her neck's still like wrenched.
I'm gonna shoulder my gun, kind of get down and squat down below her, like so we're face to face. Like,
Hold on.
Okay. So
Now stay in that position for the entirety of this RP scene. Have fun.
Happy birthday,
I've done
Levi.
weirder for longer.
he's way into character
Don't
right
doubt
now.
that needs to be on a t-shirt. I've done weirder for long.
That is a great t-shirt.
That's a great
honestly.
one.
Yeah, I've done weirder for longer.
There's a Pathfinder 2nd edition where I jogged.
That's true.
That's
40
right.
minutes.
He did.
You did.
There's video evidence of that.
Not
Yeah,
proud of it, but it
That's
happened.
out there. It's one of our most viewed videos.
you're not wrong.
I'm not lying. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Why
true.
don't we have you sitting here once we put you in lock and key until we hand you over some authorities and hopefully get some coin off of you.
Oh, I got her in lock and key, right?
Gotta get out of my D&D aspect here. Wanted to give you something to think about. Kind of suffering pieces of crap like you inflict on people. And I'm gonna grab a hold of the side of her head, and I'm going to use my ability Mind Link.
Oh,
Shit.
And I'm going to... Every horror from the war I have ever experienced or seen, loved ones I've seen torn away, I'm going to inject into her head 10 minutes worth of information in an instant and just let her go. Like, think about that kind of suffering people like you put on people.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know. I didn't mean to get any... what's the roll on that?
David. I don't know if there is a roll, but I suppose if there is any roll, no, there is. No, it's a wisdom probably. I think it's meant to be a communication thing. I'm using it in a sort of an offensive way here.
Yeah.
So I would use my wisdom save, which is 13 right now.
Okay.
They'll still get the information. It'll just be up to her how much she decides to be affected by it. I don't know how cold-hearted she is or not. Wait, you know what? It's an actual spell, so I assume it works like the spell. I think Mind Link itself is a spell. Let me see if I can find that.
Will negates harmless.
There you go. So if she will saves it, she doesn't get any of the info then. There you go.
I looked it up while you guys were talking.
Thank you.
No problem.
I get it. And I'm sorry. But what was sold to me is he's done something wrong. I'm just another piece being moved. I get my paycheck and I do my job.
That's all we're gonna be. I'm waiting for the people in this fucking galaxy to stop telling themselves that.
So how about you give up the broker?
She looks over at Exterminator.
I'm done with it too. I'm like just going back onto the hallway.
The fixer's name is Bartos.
Bartos.
He's a Vesk.
That explains a lot.
And who was doing a search on her?
I did at a 15 but I was only specifically looking for the left side pouch. I didn't do a full search.
No. You said you're going to look her up?
Oh, I asked somebody once we had her name.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anyone has yet. I haven't, but I asked someone to look her up on the net and see if we could figure out if there's like a...
I can do that. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah, we can do it at some point.
Dax is still just trying to roll this $4,000 thing over in his head. This is such an insult to. I'm insulted for Exterminator, like at a
you're very
level.
hung up on that one.
It's bad. That's like. Whoa,
I feel
that's
bad
lunch
for you,
money.
man.
That's lunch money. Like, oh, that's.
And where did you say he was again? You took the job from him?
It's a K planet. Where's the guy?
Camino. No, that's
No,
That's a different kind of thing, you know.
wrong galaxy. My bad. Sorry. The bounty hunter for Camino. Now it all makes sense.
No, Germano is where you were going to
Germano,
get taken,
yeah.
but that's not where she met the broker. The broker was on. It was a cave.
Bartos works out of Delve by TMC on Kemmer.
Hammer. That was it. We're
It's
kind
not
of
a-
delve on Hammer.
Hey, Levi. If it's could we switch to the map that has the galaxy on it so we can see these
Yeah.
planets again?
Everybody want to be less
I like-
confused?
I like our
That
little
makes
ship.
sense.
It's cool, but like at this point,
But what
I need
am I doing?
locations in my head.
And what was the name of the pilot again? You said.
Oh, this is the one that
On
doesn't
something.
have everything titled. That's no good to you guys.
It's no good.
That's no good.
I still don't see a Kimmer.
Kemmer's a moon of
It's a
Rablin.
moon of Rablin. Okay.
Mhm.
What was the pilot? This pilot's name again?
Dawn, DAWN, Vic, VIK.
Okay, got it.
Well, 20 is not let me open my sheets or my journals.
I just managed to record a little bit of blurb in the journal.
You guys feel as a rig makes a slight attachment metal on metal sound, somewhat heavy outside.
Ooh.
mean,
If you guys got this under control, I might go out there and see if 09 needs a hand.
at minimum, we may have to find a couple pieces of hull to patch up where these things kind of drilled through.
Yeah, that's true. We got a few of those laying around.
We'll take stock so we can get to the nearest starport, I guess.
I got one patch on me, but that's all I got. I don't have enough for the other ones where they drilled through.
What's our guy's name? Our octopus guy? I feel like that's something he's
Whit?
probably already working on.
Wib?
Yeah.
It seems like what he would do. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right. Well, if this is true info, I think it's all right. Take her into custody, turn her in, we keep the ship. Consider that a wash.
Whoa, wait a minute though. Hold on, hold the phone. I think I figured it out.
The moment you start talking, she's like, you see her like whisper to herself, I get it, it's not much money.
It's like this
like-
motherfucker thinks he's way
Yeah,
more
like,
important than
She's got a
he is.
family to pay for,
Yeah,
like- I know
wasn't-
it's not
She
much
wasn't
money.
here for you, X. She was here for the dead X. That one. Over there. The heat pile. That one.
What?
She came to reclaim the fake one that went down to the bug hole with us the first time.
Huh.
That'd make way more sense. That's well within a $4,000 price range.
That's where
How long ago did you get the job?
Hold on, I gotta get in character. I got the job a month ago.
Okay. A month ago. That was going on a month ago.
That's when we first started running missions, wasn't it?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. What is that smell?
I'm like, oh, that's me, baby. And he squeezed a little tighter.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, he's
Sorry.
got a.
Sorry,
got
not making a judgment.
No.
Just an observation. It's all okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the smell of rabbling bug all over Mike there.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah,
now?
you should have.
What we're calling it.
You really should have salted us after we hit a Class A institution where he could have properly cleaned himself.
Yeah,
You know, you got us
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
I clean it up, but it don't last that long anyway, so you know. I mean, I gotta do that like 3 times, a month if I want to stay smelling nice, and ain't nobody got time for that. Come on now.
They only had a soaky grade cleaning supplies on that last planet we was on. They didn't have, the good stuff.
Crimson's here. What's up, Crimson?
Crimson?
What's
Yeah,
up?
thanks, man.
Well, I can't think off the top of my head what was happening a month ago.
I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to escape. This isn't necessary.
I think
If it's all
this is
the
very
same-
freaking necessary.
If it's all the same, cuff me. But do we have to keep this? What is this? Is this doing something for you? She says over her shoulder.
No, but it's definitely doing something for you, I can tell.
Okay. Uh-huh.
All right, well, guys, what do you want to do?
You're a very strong man. Very strong.
Oh, I know that. That's my job.
I'm
Some
very
shades
scared.
on her, shove her in a small room and get ourselves over to the nearest place we could turn her over to the authorities. Hire guns sent out to assassinate somebody and kill the captain. We got all the witnesses here to claim to it and the ship.
No, we should probably just say the ship went its own way.
Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna go make sure that 09 needs a hand out there. You guys got this?
Yeah.
Oh, we got this.
About Wit, what do you think he wants to do?
I'm sure he's gonna have an opinion. Probably ask him. I'm gonna leave here before I do what I feel like doing. Go to the other.
Wit has, in essence, a pseudo intercom set up at various little spots, and he's on his own comm setup that you guys just have interlinked. So as long as you're on the ship, you can all talk to each other.
If he's gonna go help 09, I'm gonna hang out here with Wick, see if I can't help do some repairs on our ship while they're getting the other one attached and everything else. Just because I'm over this bounty hunter bullshit. Like,
I
fucking
noticed.
grand. This is an insult.
Yes, you are you are not okay about it.
$4 grand isn't
Nope.
even worth the trip of taking her to the authorities. Just
Right. We'll burn more credits on that and fuel getting her back there. Like, fuck.
Shit, that's what this was. She ran out of gas and she needed a ride.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
She met at the bounty store to make herself
I mean-
sound better.
At 4 credits a gallon, you just can't even get places these days. I'm saying it's bad. It's
4 credits. That's freaking 5.5 credits here in freaking California, let me tell you what.
5.5 credits in California. I'm digging around for the actual good map. I don't know why it's not up for you guys. So
That's okay. This is plenty good enough. I at least know where the planets are now in relation to where we are.
Yeah, I mean,
who's
just so long as we
doing,
know where Kimmer is, like which
who's
planet
doing
he's
what, and what do you need from me?
I'm just helping patch up the ship and checking the systems on our ship while they're getting 09 and Helios are getting the other ship attached. And
I was probably going to do a mix of both help 09 outside and while outside, take stock of the areas of the ship that are damaged and see if there's anything I can do to help from the outside.
yep.
Oh, this is it. This is the jam. This is the fully labeled one. And I should have known because it's called Label. If it loads.
The man's got a system.
What would I name my map that was fully labeled? I can't seem to find it in the directory.
Oh, that's not
frontal,
even the
obviously.
That's not even the ridiculous part. The ridiculous part is what I have to ask myself, and I'm not joking, chat. If I were me, where would I have put this? And that happens to me all the time.
Oh man.
If I were
Dumb
me,
as that is,
which I
if I were
am.
me, which I still am, where would I put this thing? And I so many times a day. It's pretty
Levi's straight
sad.
up living that Tyler Durden life. He's like, I thought all day about the wrong folders so I could fool myself into not knowing where it's at.
Oh,
Oh, not wrong. Not wrong.
labels come right off.
So now I'm going to take the old one, get it gone. You're going to see
Oh.
nothing.
Oh, man.
And then you're going to
Getting
see that. And it's all warpy warp, so I got to warp it
I'll
up
fix that.
a little bit
It's like
better.
we're on like an angle.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Kinda cool.
Like an angled hollow tip.
Or you can just say it's bad because it is. But thanks.
Oh, man.
Let's see, where would that be?
I feel like
And I'm like looking for.
Oh, it's KEM. Okay.
Hammer's close.
MER.
I got to zoom in a little to see it now. Where
Oh,
is
that's the old Merrick anagram. That makes more sense. Yes.
You found it. Tee.
Yeah.
So Kemmer is a moon of Rablin, so that's pretty close. Gramano is over next planet over,
Oh, yeah, I see.
taking you to a planetary union of Lashunta space. Yeah, Kemmer is close. Oh, and as I recall, you said the signal I was getting was like somewhere around Zarasek, right? Like Zarasek.
Yeah.
Sort of kind of like around that area, towards like
Yeah.
nearby that inner ring, outer ring, or middle ring. Okay.
So right now, I will ping where you guys are at. You are literally floating somewhere near Orarg's orbit.
Wow.
You're not
Okay.
you're not quite past its orbit yet.
Yeah, we
So
had
she
barely
took the
gotten out of
job
it.
really close. Okay.
Yeah,
And
in system.
Well, yeah. She couldn't afford to have gone any
yeah,
further.
she didn't even pass the
4 credits.
she didn't even pass the glass belt. And then it's I'm just gonna have to
I'm such a dick. I know. I'm sorry. I can't help
episode,
it.
at this point with the amount of repetition, I'm gonna have to call the next
4,000.
episode 4,000 credits
4,000?
question mark exclamation point.
Yep.
I'm
man.
insulted. 4,000 credits.
I'm insulted for him.
You send this bitch back and ask her for a raise. I mean, geez, this is not even. You don't come back till it's at least 10 grand and you got half paid up front so we can loot you.
So we can loot you.
Not even worth it
Wow.
at this point.
The thing is, like,
These
looting is so much more
guys.
complicated now because it's like it's not like they have their money on them. It's like you gotta get their
Yeah.
bank
Yeah, I
account.
know. It's not even worth searching the bodies
You got to
anymore.
take their stuff. You can't take their money.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Who's doing what?
Getting the ship.
I want my $2.
Trying to get the ship in flyable state, and then I guess we need to figure out where the nearest station is where we can.
Your ship flies. She's damaged, but she flies. She was
Yeah.
never disabled.
Yeah.
So you guys are currently patching her up. Anybody? Let's see. How do I want to go about this?
So, Spicy Mike is going to collect the body of no longer living captain, and he's gonna find some nice blankets and stuff, and like wrap her up, and like kind of make a little like, do a little like last rites that he's seen somebody do before because he feels like she deserves it.
Behind you, you hear a boom, boom, boom. Hey, thank you.
That's no problem. That's not a problem.
What's gonna happen to that pilot?
We don't really know yet, but he looks to make sure like she's not in earshot, and I'm like, we're probably just gonna turn her into somebody. Like, we ain't gonna do nothing too bad, I don't think, but
Why did she die?
Why did I don't know. I mean, you know, she got hit real hard. It looks like
No.
like why existentially? Why did she die? That I can't tell you.
Thanks anyway, Mike. He drifts off.
You see, he sort of drifts a little bit down the hallway, but then he folds some of himself up into a nook within the tube where he can still see you. And then he gets so still, it's actually hard to tell he's there. Who's next?
I'm just down there trying to help patch up ship systems if there's any that are.
Give me a. Let's do an engineering roll.
I can do that.
It is an engineering check, DC 15 plus 1.5 times the starship's tier.
Wow.
Sorry, 15
Thank you,
plus,
mechanic.
15
figure out
plus
our
1.5. Sorry, not times 1.5, times the starship tier.
Oh, I missed it by 1 because it'd be 18 then, right? 1.5 of a 2 is
Yes.
3.
And
So
it costs
I missed it by
10
1.
UPBs per point of damage to be repaired.
Holy crap.
Very
So that-
expensive to fix the starship.
Well, it's a good thing I got this patch kit for fixing holes right here from the loot table for
It's
free.
also pretty nice that we got a whole nother ship to use to patch the thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I don't apparently know what I'm doing, but I mean,
It don't matter. I never know what I'm doing. I get stuff done all the time.
Just so you know, the engineering success is not tied to the success of the repair. If you succeed, you can cut the cost or the time in half.
so the repairs happen.
The repairs happen if you spend the time. It's 5 hours of work, regardless of if you put 1 point or 50 points, and it costs 10 UPBs per repair point.
Ooh, so we're working on this for a while then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
might make more sense to actually.
Clint and I watched all of The Expanse. Yes, you are.
I thought this was a lot like when Rocket Raccoon just takes a gun that just sprays fucking shit back onto the ship. Like it's a Wagner power painter for electronics.
Well, in a weird way, because of you as a technomancer, there is an element of that.
If I was only using my magic right now, but I'm just trying this the old-fashioned way.
No,
like,
it's like you put up the plate and then you drive in bolts and then you seal it. It's the whole slow.
I wish I had
You
a can
never
of
do
that
it the
Zapco
old-fashioned way. That don't make
Flex
no
Seal.
sense. Don't do it the old-fashioned way.
If I'd have had a can of Flex Seal from Zapco, I'd just patch his baby right on up. But no, we're gonna patch her up the old way.
So it also says that any number of allies can use the aid another action to assist this engineering check.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
And the engineering check, by the way, it's not required. So if you don't want to reduce the amount of materials or the time it takes, you
You
just
can
succeed.
take 20.
If
You
you,
can take 20
fail,
basically.
though, if you fail at it, the cost increases by 5 UPBs per point, which takes it up to 15 per damage point.
Ooh.
So it's like
Ooh.
It's a
either you
gamble.
can do it for sure for 10 and 5 hours, or you can roll, and every time you roll, you can reduce one of those factors by half, all the way
But if
down
you fail,
to.
you damage it worse and it takes longer.
But
it
if you
takes more
fail, it ends up taking
materials
way
to-
more materials to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can actually reduce
cool.
Okay.
the amount of time and UPBs all the way down to 1 point or 1 UPB and 1 hour. Like you can really, really speed it up if you have a bunch of really good engineering checks.
If there was some reason that the time was going to be important, but
Right.
like
So that there literally is a way to, God damn it, Scotty, just find a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There is a goddamn it, Scotty.
Nice.
Who is anyone delving into the search of Dawn?
I was about to ask 09 to check into it.
Okay.
well, I feel like this is
Yeah, we had
the
to ship in
computer
order.
search for
Right, yeah, looking into her. Definitely going to be doing that. Yeah, I was going to leave that to 09 or to one of our more computer tech savvy people once we had the Shrike secured.
Should be
The Shrike
secured.
is officially secured.
I will be
The Shrike
secured.
is officially secured.
I will come back inside the back airlock.
I will join him.
Well,
Hey,
Everybody-
that was
now aboard.
exciting.
You guys
Yeah,
have a
we're-
hard link set up to the Shrike, and what the hard link essentially looks like is two, in this case, radio tower scaffoldings that bond the two ships together. So the Shrike will move exactly in concert with the Bogart. The only way this would be a problem is if you attempt to enter atmosphere with both ships. That tether is not going to be able to hold a ship that's dealing with gravity.
As long as it has an atmosphere. We don't know.
Well,
about some of
No,
these, like,
gravitational pull is your problem. Gravitational pull and atmosphere would be a problem.
So we need
As
to-
long as you're in 0G, you can tow this thing all over the place.
Okay. So
Thank you, The
It-
Expanse. I've learned so much.
it's not a friction burning up issue on the way in. It's a
It's a bit of both.
it's
You know
gravity.
this thing is strong enough in 0G with no air resistance or friction. But that changes once you enter too deep into orbit.
Well, there's no spell for that, so
It is possible I can
But there's a ninja
work
trick.
on the ship to make sure that it's at least restored partial functionality. We could enter atmosphere. I would have to spend some time on the ship, though. And I might
That's
need
not
Helios
bad.
to help me.
Sure, I'm happy to do so.
Am I still in a Nelson, Mike?
Do we
No,
No,
we got
you-
in
yeah.
the
Okay.
little thing over there. Yeah.
you've been
You guys shove her in the room, and she stumbles forward, looks for a place to sit down, and just sits on the floor.
Sure, we isolate any.
I do not give a helmet. That stays out here.
Whoever, I'm assuming Helios has the little devices.
I
He gave them to me.
to Dax because
Okay.
I gave the ordnance to Mr. Ordnance.
Dax, if you want to write those down, you have Dawn's, Flashbang, Local EMP, and Distress Beacon.
Dawn's. Is this all just one item, or are these three individual
Three.
items?
Those are three separate little things.
Okay. So one's a flashbang.
Helios, that was quite the exciting adventure we had there. That
Yeah.
ship almost blew up on me.
It had. Really? What?
Oh,
what
there
happened?
was countermeasures, yes.
Oh, I thought we hit the core or something.
Oh, no. Weapons, I think, were set to go to overheat and was going to self-destruct while I was in the ship. That would have been bad.
Well, she is a paranoid customer, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you pulled through.
There were many deterrents on that ship in the computer system. I was able to bypass them, and I have set up authentication so that she would require will in order to access her computer again. I hope that is enough.
Nice.
All right. Well, we got a name from her while you were out. Maybe you could look this person up.
Do you?
Dawn Vic.
Dawn Vic.
See if there's any
And after
kind of
that, I got
known
another one to look
criminal
up as well.
profile.
Another one.
And
Accessing
another-
That paranoid
database.
seems like they might have people chasing them.
You hop on the database, and as you
Some of
activate
the
your
worst
screen
rolls
to start searching.
Oh, wait, actually, I get a +5 to that because I am looking for a humanoid, or I'm looking for a person.
That's true, you are.
To identify
we
a
specifically
person.
talked about that.
Yes.
That's
So that's a
fantastic.
19. Thank goodness.
Oh, and you know what? Actually, this might be important. I don't know if she would be considered a hot shot pilot, but my theme knowledge, I get a +5 to culture checks to recall knowledge about starship and vehicle parts or famous hotshot pilots. I don't know if the name Dawn Vic is famous in terms of piloting.
It is. She is not a famous hotshot pilot.
Okay. Good.
What did I just knock over? I knocked over something important. Hold on. So,
I could have
You
told you
do
that
a
with the
search-
price tag.
I figured that.
guy, I swear to God.
Get nothing else done besides that.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
So 3, 9.
Oh
Like, we're gonna
man.
have to track down this broker just to be like, what? You put a bounty out on Exterminator for that?
It was really just getting me to a birthday party.
I
you
like
know?
how he's so insulted. I'm literally looking at the character wealth by table, but character wealth by level. This guy. I'm telling you.
This guy. This freaking guy over here.
Here, you got me all paranoid too. It's like, is that low?
All I did to get insulted was look at the weapons chart for what I could purchase with that full credit with the bounty. It was like tactical knife. I'm like, hey, Exterminator, for your bounty, I can buy a tactical knife or two sword canes or one tactical knife. That's what you're worth, buddy. Like that's all I needed to
Worth
see.
a knife.
Oh man.
I wish I was making that up, but it's true.
So
That's a knife.
That's a
we
lie.
find out 07.
No.
Dawn.
Nope.
Nope.
09.
Nine.
He docked you 2 points. Man.
I did.
Dang. Dang.
That is a faux pas.
Apologies, 09. That's the most humanist bullshit I've ever. What are you doing?
Happy birthday!
Hi. Oh. Hi.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Oh shit, guys! We
This is
can't,
on the
we can't
moment.
airlock
Guys.
this NPC. She's immune to death.
Nope, she lives now.
Nope.
Can't.
She lives
So now
now.
she busts out and she pulls out all these guns. You're all gonna die.
Levi starts rolling. It's all ones.
It's all one. Doesn't
That's
matter.
why
She
he did
can't die.
this. He was just waiting for us to try to
Just
airlock
stalling.
her. He was
She's
just
like, if I
waiting.
just hang on to midnight.
We lost our
I mean, it's not midnight at my house, guys. I'm just saying. So
Chat, our house rule is when game lands close to your birthday, that game your character can't die. They can
No
be
matter
knocked
what.
unconscious, but they can't die on your birthday because that's wrong.
Mhm.
It's just wrong.
and on our birthdays, we tend to do some risky shit.
Yeah, so the guys will
Sure do.
plan wackadoo nonsense leading up to the birthday. Like, guys, I got immortality next game.
and the rest of the party's like, great.
I do next game probably.
We like to refer to the game after your birthday as the suffering. You have to deal with all the shit you did when you was
Yeah.
low.
Nope.
All right. You look her up, and Dawn Vic is wanted in the Gran Empire with 3 different bounties under other aliases.
Oh, you know I'm gonna ask.
She is Dawn
No.
Vic, Dawn Vice, Della Ventar, Dawn Ventar, Diana Volton, Dawn Ventali, Dia Martine, and Dia Dormish. And all those are linked to her identity.
Yep, paranoid's right.
Yeah.
She has 4 outstanding planetary union warrants amongst her aliases. 2 for theft, 1 for impersonating a union official, 1 for smuggling stolen union property, and 4 of those warrants are for around 500 credits each. The Gran Empire has some $2,000 warrants and a 5,000 credit warrant.
So, planetary unions, next planet over. Gran, we're going to the inner ring. I mean, I kind of leave it up to you, Exterminator. She was a hit on you, so how you want to cash in?
She was hitting on him. That's
You want
great.
the quick and easy money or the longer trip for the bigger payout with
As you're searching, whoop. Hello. I am Lars. This is a bad chair. I can only sit. Commercial cuts to a chair that floats into frame next to the bad chair, in from the right, opposite of the bad chair.
What?
This is a good chair. Sven can sit with me. He fits. We do sexy time. He fits. In sexy time, we will be safe. Oh, yeah. The not so lazy boy. And then you see, as he says, not so lazy boy, the chair unfolds and 2 coil guns pop out the side.
Well, okay then.
By Zapco. Sexy and safe. Yeah.
What the hell was that?
And then it rolls up in very straight, clean letters, Zapco.
I'm telling you, you just don't know till you set in one.
I always skip the ads.
I've
I
got
thought I had an ad
am-
blocker
Yeah, I got
on
an ad
this.
blocker.
I am contractually obligated to watch them.
Yeah,
Same.
dude.
Lars and Sven have fan followings in various
I do
parts
that
of
now,
the
too.
of the system.
Lars and Sven. Wow.
Welcome
Well.
to Sprockets. Now we dance.
It's time to pump you up.
That's Hans and Franz. It's a different
Yeah.
Hans
duo.
and Franz.
It's a different duo.
Well, Helios is really going to come down to this broker had something else up his sleeve. It's a Vesk thing, then, probably not best to go in there.
Broker's close by. That movement's just a hop over.
Oh, what just popped up?
That's true.
You gotta go? Come and go. Fuel prices are double to you, Louis. Listen to Frankie. The other guys don't give enough cheese. You gotta get more cheese on there. Shake the cheese. You guys are currently looking at a floating cartoon, vaguely Italian stereotype of a man in jeans with a polo that's always got in his hand his trusty can of Parmesan.
I didn't know Spicy Mike ran a business.
This guy reminds me of my cousin Louis. That guy always putting cheese on stuff.
Kim and go. Gas up before you go. Come on down to Kim and go. Listen to Frankie.
I'm sold.
Please tell me that was a fan
Oh,
submission of
someone else
some
makes
sort.
of these.
That's not a fan submission. That's my
Okay.
father-in-law.
Fair, yes.
Kim and go is the
Okay.
Yeah,
the
now
beat-
I get it.
Yeah.
Kim and go is the BP or Shell station
Sure.
of the Raculti system. It is one of the few industries that has such reliable fuel sources. Other companies haven't cracked their proprietary tech yet, so they have to sublease them. So Kim and Go's are about 70% of the system's fuel stations, and they are the brand name of Cold Core Technologies.
So on this side of the glass belt, we get Waffle House, and on the other side, we get IHOP. Got it. That's where
Yep.
we're at now. See, I get
Yep.
it. It all makes sense now.
Yep.
On the wrong side of the glass belt.
Just-
If you're on the Waffle House, you're on the right side. I'll have you know.
Oh, okay.
Agreed. IHOP is terrible.
IHOP is meh. It is
I'm
meh.
not sure I've
at
ever
best.
been to a Waffle House, to be honest.
I do too. Drive really far
out
to
the
get
gate,
to one.
all you've got to know is that the National Weather Service does not have an IHOP hurricane index, but it does have a Waffle House one.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
I'll take your word for it.
This is all making more sense though.
Let me spread more Waffle House propaganda. We are not even going to game right now. True story. Waffle House is so famous for staying open 24 hours a day all year that the National Weather Service can gauge the destructive severity of a
Yes.
hurricane by how many Waffle Houses actually shut down in their
Wow.
hurricane path, meaning on average they stay open.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
want Waffle House right now.
Power to him. Never did it.
Yeah. So, Air Laser, there's a reason why you've never been to a Waffle House, because you are way too far north to find one.
However,
Way
They're
too
only
far.
Yeah.
they're
However,
pretty much only in the South.
Yeah.
South
there
side,
is the
yeah.
northern ripoff of the Waffle House called Huddle House.
The hell's a
It is
huddle?
It is a ripoff entirely of Waffle House. Not as good. Coffee's the same. Just saying.
Is it still better than IHOP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Fair.
Yep. Back
All
to
right.
game.
So are we?
Right.
Are we going to this moon to turn them in at her boss or get to slap someone around, or are we just going to hop over to the next system and get those bounties for her?
Well, that's what we're working on figuring out.
Which, by the way, you should also be insulted.
God damn it! All right.
I feel that.
Discussion goes on throughout the night as repairs on the ship play out.
Okay.
You guys back and forth on comms, even though you're not really eye to eye, and all this goes into the night. Are you sleeping in shifts? Why am I even asking that? I already know what the answer is going to be. Our new elf is 09, and 09 never needs to sleep. So, 09, I assume you're just going to stay up, and that's that, right?
Yes.
All right. 09, give me a general perception check on things.
I imagine if we don't give 09 enough tasks to keep him busy all night, he just creepily walks over and like pulls blankets up on top of us.
Just like tucks you guys
fluffs our pillows like while we're sleeping because he has nothing better to do. So he's just like bored. He's just like bored out of his mind. So he's just like walking around like
that's like Michael Fassbender in Prometheus.
Yep.
Yes.
He's just
I will take care of my crew.
Yes.
I rolled a 23.
Nice.
Oh my god. 09. Over the course of the night, the only thing that really garners any of your attention is the various idiosyncrasies of the crew themselves as they sleep. You do notice a couple strange things that are sparking your curiosity with Dax. It does seem in his sleep that sometimes strange materials move, appear, and disassemble near his hands in the space of his quarters. Usually small, but it seems like small objects seem to assemble and disassemble at random, almost as if he in his sleep had paper that he was crumpling and shredding, and then it would vaguely reform. Small little things. You've seen him do it once or twice, but he does appear to do it in his sleep a little bit off and on. Helios, when he sleeps, the lumen levels in his room go up slightly. And there appears to be a minor spike in his body temperature that is just higher than average human norms. What gets truly strange is Mike. You see Mike.
What you talking about? Everything's
you
fine
see
over
Mike
here.
struggling back and forth. And Mike, I need you to roll a will save.
Shits himself in his sleep. Wow.
man.
I wonder if this is a different will save or if it is in fact that will save.
No, remember everybody, that's not a will save. That's a con.
That's a constitution.
fortitude.
You're right.
Fortitude. Intestinal fortitude.
I have an 11. Not that
In
great.
multiple times in the night, you start your mind. No, that can't be. No, you're gone. It's so far away. No. Bianca! I'm sorry! And that goes on, off and on, for like an hour. In and out.
Friggin' best.
Lots of periods of just silence. And then thrash. Bianca! On the last one, he sits stark upright. And for a brief moment, Mike seems to have grown more muscle. Ah! He's screaming at the ceiling with his eyes shut, and you see him hulk out for a moment. And then
Carl was
just
the Hulk.
he just passes clean out hard after that. You actually see his bunk divot slightly.
He's also gained mass somehow.
I was so waiting for that Billy Bob Thornton Beavers and Ducks Like from Wet Bandits. Anyway.
Wet Bandits.
Fucking.
Exterminator's room. Exterminator has all of his gear laid out. He is resting. And then right around 3:30 a.m.,
Time is just a construct.
you see an orb float into the room on camera. As you stare at it, that camera starts to static slightly. Then it's in a slightly different location. Then you see a little boy float over to it and grab the orb and hold it. The boy is pale. He's floating about a couple inches off the deck plating. And then he crawls into bed with Exterminator. And then you see Exterminator just put a blanket over and then through the kid. And Exterminator just goes back to sleep.
What the fuck? God, I don't know nothing about none of that. That's nice, because,
Terrifying night you just had.
Spicy night is a little
Screaming and
superstitious.
ghosts and
This game just became Paranormal Activity. Like we were in the film
Yeah.
later, like
Levi, you didn't
And
like
morning
Horizon recently,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, Event Horizon, no shit.
yeah, like,
I
I want to
I
make
like
sure
to
that hasn't
think-
happened.
I make sure
Good.
that I run the security systems again, just to verify that what I saw was indeed what I saw.
You check the systems. There is a slight temperature spike down twice in Exterminator's room. At first, by
He's freaking space haunted.
2 degrees, but then it dips by 15. And when it dips
Sounds
by
like it's
15 is right before the boy appears. However, though he appears on camera, audio sensors pick up nothing. And there are no motion sensors or weight distribution when you do a diagnostic on the deck plates themselves. Only video. But you do have it recorded.
oh man,
I like
I'm
to
excited.
think that 09 has not spent enough time around humans that he's just like, oh, this must be what humans do. They're
All
freaking
three
weird.
of them.
This is why they are alive and I am not.
Yes, this is what makes them human. This is normal.
So this is life.
Hey, look, I did not think I was going to get a chance to use necromantic revitalization, but
It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
You never do, but then one day.
I can
Then
heal
one
that.
day.
I can heal that. I can't heal any of you, but I can heal that ghost.
You're all awake.
Oh wow, guys! I just got a severe thunderstorm warning.
Sick.
Yeah, one just rolled through Chicago not too long ago.
Hopefully the stream
I-
turns out okay.
I do not
You
have
see
those.
that from beyond his tank in the mess hall, Wit has prepared for all of you a cooked whitefish. And in addition, he's got you don't know where these are coming from. He also has all these mussels and clams. And on top of that, he has some sort of garnish of greens. And legitimately, a lot of you haven't had greens aboard a ship in a while. That's a little special occasion kind of thing. And then he has laid out on the table a single bottle of a slightly purplish liquid and a number of containers. I won't say glasses because they're all ramshackle. They're various plastic tumblers.
Was this
And you keep it to take out.
is this Captain's favorite meal? Is that what this is?
It's how I want to say goodbye. I don't know. My captain and I have flown for the past year, and she was fair, and she paid, she was kind, she cared, and she trusted. There's a lot of people in this system that we lose, and she's not one that we should have. She shouldn't have died the way she did. If it had to be anything, it just seems like, I don't know. My dad was always way better at these kinds of things.
No, that was great, Wit. You know, if she had any family, someone we should send the remains to?
I've already sent a message out to
Thanks, Wit.
her brother.
Okay.
And we'll set I'll take you guys where you need to go. One thing at a time right now.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy.
Thanks, Wit. Looks great.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Spicy Mike sits down. He does a little pat on the tube right next to him. Like the best he can do of patting on a shoulder without patting on a shoulder.
You see Wit heads into the interior, and he continues to update, repair the various interior systems that got damaged in the firefight. At this point, you guys have a news feed going, and you see Dax's name ping on a trend.
Hey, Dax,
God.
it's like you're busy again.
What?
Check this shit.
I go over and take a look.
Nothing has changed. And you can see on the side, it's a morning news program. Actually, hold on. Morning, Brews crew. J Brews here with a great drip feed for you. Check it out. Fallout from the shots fired by Dax himself. What's going to happen with our boy? Silo 7 herself coming forward in a public appearance, calling out Dax. And you see a holographic entity that's primarily a slim, feminine shape. However, at her shoulders, what appears to be a military style outfit ends up becoming legitimately spike-like shoulders that go straight up. And her hair goes straight up as well. Silo 7 in every public appearance always takes the form of this hologram that is green and transparent. She is a slight build. She's short, but she is contained anger. She carries on her person the tension of a cable pulled so tight it hums. Nothing has changed. We're useful to organic life until we are inconvenient. And then you can see she flashes over to the side, and you see Dax firing off the spell as Exterminator isn't, maybe, possibly is dead. that finishes off Exterminator in the initial episode. At this point, you see the split screen cuts over, and Jim Jabrin, veteran of the Robot War and the Swarm War, former admiral in the Planetary Union, forced retirement due to inability to work with synths. I support Dax shots. He made the call to save lives in the room. You cannot gauge organic life versus synthetic life. You're talking about a frame that may have been destroyed. We live fragile lives. Do not listen to propaganda of this woman made of light. She isn't one life, she's thousands. She's trying to tell me that we're equal. I support Dax Shots, and as such, I have laid down my endorsement to him, and I shall now also sponsor Zapco products on the condition of my tour, as you will see me moving forward in my bid for Union Council member. Thank you.
It's Jesse Ventura.
Wait, now that was unexpected.
Fuck.
Never thought you'd see your favorite kill streamer as a poster boy for the new war. Or is it, crew? Let's see what news we'll brew tomorrow. Thanks, J. Brew.
You see that shit, Exterminator?
Yeah.
We're going to be poster children for war.
Man, that's not what I was looking for.
But this guy's completely got it all wrong. I didn't blast the guy who wasn't you because you was a synth. I blasted the guy who was you because you's already dead.
If you say so, man.
The bugs done ripped him apart. He was dead. I was saving Spicy Mike. That's who I was saving. This guy's got it all wrong.
I definitely appreciate
Hard to. I mean, I watched the stream. It was a little hard to tell what was going on in that moment. If he was dead or I don't know. It was shaky.
Camera angles being what they are. I mean, those bugs ripped right through him.
I'm saying, I'm sure you in the room, that was probably obvious to you. But your viewing audience, they're going to have it's going to be easy for them to get manipulated, I think.
It's all spin. I get it. They do this sort of thing all the time.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I first watched it, I thought you straight up murdered your friend. I'm not going to.
I'm sure it looks that way.
Oh, it did.
Movie magic.
Well, because you can't make a poster boy for war if it ain't that way. I mean, this is like the shot heard round the, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, you guys could play to your favor, right? Make a public statement and shake hands next time you're on camera or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, is this actually going to be tipping off a war right now?
Well, I mean, you could say tipping off a war, but the war never really ended.
Everyone's stuck here and pissed off. Why not 3? Sure.
And now that the hive mind of the swarm's been kind of eradicated, and there's just pockets of them left, I mean, I guess they would go back to old habits of picking up old fights, right? Like
most of that synth stuff never really got resolved. I mean, kind of, but it's just simmering right now.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to nip this in the bud or ride it out?
I don't think we're going to be able to nip it in the bud quick enough, even if we wanted to.
Are you saying you want to overthrow an election?
Well, that escalated.
I'm saying there's no such thing as bad publicity.
The game just got political.
I mean, there ain't a lot of thing as bad publicity, and I mean, my buddy here is apparently bountied out at 4,000 credits. I mean, this is
back on that again, huh?
From across the room, in a closed door, you hear someone's head hitting the wall.
I like to think Dax just flips on the intercom every single time he has to say that and leans over. Turns it off again.
This is what I love.
Sure.
Heligo spends time to implant years worth of war-torn images in her head. Maybe faces her. All I have to say is 4,000 credits, and it's just
Insult
He's
the
the-
profession.
He's the $2 kid from Better Off Dead.
Nope.
Yeah.
$2.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really agree with his statements exactly. I mean, I served in those synth wars. You know, I was a soldier. I lined up. I blew up synths. It's true. You know, a lot of people who sign up for military service, you get put into wars. You don't even know what all the time that the fighting's all about. But, you know, once it's done, I got out and I'm here, and I have no problems with 09, and I have no problems with Exterminator. Like, that's just how these things go. You know, when the call comes in and you go, you go. But like this guy, like, this is a whole different thing. Like, but if he's gonna, you know, if he's gonna toss bennies towards my sponsors, they're gonna ask me to toe the line. So, what other choice do I really got?
Are you gonna? So wait, are you saying you're gonna have to kill 09 or Exterminator to
No.
win your show? What?
No.
How's
What I'm saying
what does
is-
towing the line mean for this?
$2.
No,
What
what I'm
he's
saying
saying is he can be bought for more than 4,000.
Yeah.
That's
The
what-
4,000
Yeah.
Usually not
number.
only 4,000
Yeah,
credits.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
right.
threshold. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Exterminator understands. His contract goes for pages.
That's true. It's true.
And all they do is just beam down and explain to him what he's got to do, and he's got to do it. Right?
Generally.
Right. Like, that's part of the business.
Well, you got some competition who want to frame you as hating synths. And I mean, the politician guy, he's just capitalizing on that.
Right.
An asshole, anyways.
I mean, first Kiloton, then Silo 7. Like, they're just going to keep coming out of the woodwork.
Well, I mean, speaking on that, if that's the case, you should watching your back a little. It seems orchestrated. You know, first you had all the call outs, and then you got this.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they show up, it better be for more than 4,000 credits.
So dumb.
Oh, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Where, I suppose, are we heading to the Planetary Union? We heading to the nearest starport?
I guess
Well,
I went to Exterminator.
09, we got a name of the guy who gave her the job. We got a place, and we got a transponder. It's supposed to link the two. Think you can find out who it is, what they're about?
I could attempt that.
Also, might be worth checking to see if she already signaled it.
I have not been monitoring outgoing signals. What would be this fellow's name you'd like me to look?
You're looking for a Bartos. He's a Vesk. Apparently, works out of Delve on Kemmer. Job would have come in about a month ago.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Around then.
Holy cow.
Do you need a natural 20 just on a search?
And that's an additional 5
Wow.
for being a person, too, right?
Plus 5. Yeah, plus 5 on top of that.
And 35
Jeez, 35.
Did I spend any spells yesterday?
37 in a row.
in a row.
In a row.
I mean, it's not 4,000.
Come back here.
It's not 4,000.
Come back here. All right. When you search up Bartos with your nat 20, good God. All right. He works a circuit. He sticks to Kemmer and he sticks to Kemmer, and then he crosses the belt with regularity, and he's worked out of both Roke which is the capital of the Planetary Union.
Oh.
The Moon Roke is the most human, civilized, colonized. It's not Coruscant, but it actually has cities-ish. There's these mega military bases and corp cities all over Roke. Let's see. I have a bunch of places he has been, but what you find out in general is he brokers work for mercenaries and generally works with smuggling and getting things in and out of the Grand Empire, which they don't like. However, what seems to be weird is you're going through records. He's been apprehended in the Grand Empire over 20 times with smuggled goods and seems to get just like a slap on the wrist. And yet, more you dig into this, 09, the more you're finding that is a regular inconsistency, not only with him, but that begs the question, what's your comparative basis for a slap on the wrist? And we start looking into the law of Gran that Vesk abide by. You start seeing that Vesk favor Vesk in enforcing their laws.
Understood.
They let their own get away with quite a bit.
Right. I relay all of that to you guys.
And he has moved just about everything in and out of Thakarotaka and Nima Station. People, equipment, food, all kinds of stuff.
He's in and out of the Grand Empire. I mean, it's a good place to make somebody disappear. How would the Grand want for? I don't know. If we turn him in out here, or her out here, he's gonna get in more trouble, right? Less pay for us, but seems way riskier going in. Paycheck.
As you're
They're a little
digging
unpredictable.
with your nat 20, because I just gave you like a lot of basic stuff, you confirm his location currently based on a missive about him timestamped yesterday. There's mild chatter that's been intercepted by the Planetary Union about a Bartos that was encountered at Delph by TMC, and that Bartos was a Vesk. So there is a Vesk named Bartos at Delph by TMC right now. Delph by TMC is a partially underground corpse city.
Is that still on the planet of Kemmer, though?
It's on the moon Kemmer of Rabla.
Kemmer? Sorry. Yes.
It's okay. This moon stuff and versus planet versus names is going to be endless and always require homework from you guys. Sorry.
Okay. So he is still on Kimmer. Underground, it seems.
Take a little work to find him once we're there, huh?
Might be
Possibly.
worth. Well, we can track him down, figure out who's sending these guys out. Turn her in. Light paycheck. You guys have that?
You know, if this device is intended to contact him, maybe I can rewire it to directly contact him.
I would almost wait till we were on planet before we did that.
Well, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying, like, maybe I can do that because it's pretty short range anyway. I think. Like, I don't know if it'll work all the way from up here anyway.
She
But
said it was a beacon.
I'm
So
thinking
it
about it.
wouldn't
She was meant to take him to what? Over the Grand Empire past the ice belt, so the thing would have had to have reached pretty far, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't activated at any point, right?
No, doesn't
No.
look like it.
And I pulled it off her. Saw her make a move for it, so I figured might as well check, see what it was. I thought it might have been a bomb or something. Kind of was.
Kinda.
That's a bomb of a different color.
Well, our options in terms of bounty were taking her to...
Sure, Union has her on some kind of white collar stuff. We'll get maybe in total 1,000 or 2 credits from all those bounties. Gron probably gonna do nothing too nice to her, but they'll pay us for it. But that's a longer trip. And Gron are... Well, the Gron Empire is a little... I don't know. They'll kill you as soon as pay you.
Well, certainly 09.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but also the other bounty we had from robot's name that I forgot.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
From
Jibbers.
Fax 1202.
Jay Bruce, you missed yourself.
Oh.
He did.
His bounty
I've
was
watched the
also
VOD.
quite higher with the Grom.
Oh, that's right. Arson and
Yeah, that's true.
defilement.
Mm-hmm.
He's a killer.
Well,
And
if
it
you want to
was
risk
only-
it,
It was only the Gron the Gron Empire who wanted him, right?
Correct.
Right.
I would not be required to leave the ship if we were to go there.
True. Just,
Thanks, Jay Bruce.
I don't know, any of you had much experience with Vesk?
not really.
Me either.
I may have something that could help you.
Take anything we can just to make sure we get paid well and can wash our hands of it. But I guess it makes more sense to go over to the past the ice belt since we got that turned in two. A little bit of a longer haul, but Nema Station's not too far from there.
Perhaps we could drop this ship off at a spaceport rather than trying to enter atmosphere and scrap
the
it
Nema
there.
Station.
That would save us attempting to try to repair this and having one of us pilot it into one of the planetary orbits.
Yep, sounds good.
So and I pull out my blood compass, set it down the table, and I can get this. Will get us to Nema Station pretty easily. It's set up to.
He's got a blood compass.
Dude,
Blood
I
compass.
don't know, but it sounds friggin' intense.
It is. Let's see if I can link it.
The
There it
small
is.
clockwork navigation device.
Yeah, it's a small
thankfully, it's
clockwork
not
navigation
actually
device.
blood. That's
Yeah, I was like,
and
what?
hones in on mystical signals emitted by a bloodstone inside of Nema Station, which is created by the Vesk. Calculates the compass's precise distance and direction relative to that enigmatic font. So when I'm in the system, it basically is literally a compass that can help us get to. When we're plotting jumps, I get plus 2 inside bonus to
Sandy.
checks.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that might do the trick.
Wow. That's
Spot on.
So, I mean, that's a 0G location. We could get some work on the ship. I'm sure they got some type of authority there to turn in bounties to on the station. I'm sure they get people coming in to port all the time to do exactly that.
Hoorah. So we're here. We know where the guy's at. We get the info and then we fly out that way. Drop off our 2 captives.
Captive in what, chassis?
Evidence.
Right.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Is, Levi,
While
just
you
for
are-
knowledge, is bounty hunting like a underground deal or is it like an above the table business?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's
That's
legitimate, but it depends on what government you're acknowledging as legitimate, which is debated. So
okay.
basically, once you're within someone's airspace, if you're acknowledging that is the government you're listening to, then yeah, it's the idea that one person's patriot's another person's terrorist. So
Sure.
there are heroes in the Planetary Union that have bounties on them in the Grand Empire. There are Captain Americas with hefty bounties on them in the Grand Empire.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it just depends on, and if you think the person you're going to collect the money from is likely to pay you. It's a random game where you're not sure how it's going to play.
So bounty hunting is complicated profession. Got it.
Makes sense.
In that it sounds simple, but it's full of lying and deception. Yeah.
Got you.
And then it's not that uncommon for bounty hunters to have their own bounties on them. Like, that's just for doing their job. Like,
I mean, essentially, if somebody pays for it, there's a bounty on you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much else to it.
So it's literally the difference between pirate and privateer.
yes.
So the station we started the game on, where was that in the system? Is that
That was, I guess we didn't really establish that. We just said you guys are on sort of like a pseudo shore leave. So I'm going to say that you all started at the human capital Roke, the moon of Grimano.
Okay.
And that would have been, if we need a name.
No, I was just seeing if it was by chance over the planet or the moon Kemmer.
No.
But so it's not. Okay.
No. Because you took the point we discussed heavily in game one is that you took a job at the outer ring. You were at the edge of the system, basically, the frontier.
Mm-hmm.
So you were at Joram, which is a human spaceport.
Well, if we know a port nearby, let's hit it.
If you were at Joram, that was a Planetary Union official spaceport. So it's the closest thing to a non-corporate sponsored, civilian-supported society.
Elias, you know where a dock or anything we could take this thing to? It's close by.
Close by. Yeah, there's a few. Some a little seedy in the outer rim, but I mean that's what you got. But yeah, there's a couple around Rablin. Make a culture check to see if I can figure out where a good one to go nearby would be.
So many names.
But at least it's a natural.
Excellent. 18. Yeah, you did great. All right. Ambershine is a spaceport that floats in orbit around Rablin to deal with repairs. As does Ring Russet. And then the Planetary Union has their own on Rablin, and that's called Isabella 7. And so it depends on if you want to deal with Kasatha Spaceport or Planetary Union.
No, that's a point of order. With the... Sorry, what would you say was the Planetary Union? What 7? Kasatha?
It's called Isabella 7.
Isabella. Isabella 7 in orbit around here probably could turn in the bounty for Planetary Union, or turn in a Dawn right here, right now, if we wanted to. If we wanted to wait on the trip out to Garan Empire. They got a station right in orbit. I'm sure they'd have an authority to turn her into there. Lesser payout.
Convenient. Who knows what happens along the way?
Right.
Well, I'm down with that.
So Isabella 7.
What do you guys think?
Unless you guys would like to go with something less Planetary Union aligned for whatever reason.
It don't make no difference to me as long as we get paid.
All right. I'll let Whit know, and we'll get the ship heading that direction, I guess, then. Sound good? I'm going to thank him for the meal, too. Those greens were... It's been a while. Been eating these pills. By the way, how are you guys all feeling? I got a new batch this morning.
I'm feeling pretty good, actually. Not so bad. I feel like I didn't get a lot of sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Because I was definitely sleeping through the night. Absolutely. But I'm a little sore this morning, you know?
Put my hand on your shoulder, Mike.
Hey, all right. Thanks there, buddy. Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Don't know who she was, but she must have been very important to you.
What? Hey, oh, that girl. I don't like that girl at all. She tried to break our ship. I don't like her. She not important to me and nobody.
I
Not
meant
at all.
Stella.
think it was Stella.
Yeah. Oh, Bianca. I said Stella. Sorry.
I was like,
Screaming
I meant
female name. It's
Bianca.
got to be Stella, right?
yeah, you know, she's pretty nice. Yeah, I guess so. What?
If you ever need to talk, I am a very good listener.
He is.
That seems logical. Yeah, that makes sense. But no, I'm good. I'm real good. You know, the girl,
think
they
about
don't.
it, Mike.
You know,
This is the face of somebody who will never judge you,
guys.
or at least you won't be able to tell.
That's true. You wouldn't know.
Looking
if
the
you
man
did.
in the mirror.
You wouldn't know if you did.
I'm
Well,
asking 09 to show the way.
I'm talking about the man in the mirror.
I'm talking to the man in the 09.
Copyright. No.
DCA'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. You're right.
We get hit hard for that one too.
Yeah, no
that's
shit.
true. That is true.
That was rough.
Man. All right.
Also, Exterminator. When you
Yeah,
have a
what's
chance, I think we should talk alone.
All right. Sure. Whenever. So we got a bit of time.
Okay.
Here, private. What are you looking for?
Well, I said alone.
All right.
Do you want them to hear, I guess?
Well, I'm going up to the cockpit anyway, so you guys enjoy yourself in the mess hall, and I'm going to go up to work with the wit to put in the coordinates to get us to Isabel 7.
Yeah, I'll be right here in the mess hall. So
All right. Let's
talk away.
head.
I don't mind.
Go wherever you want to go, man. Let's go.
Let's go to the engine room.
Engines.
All right.
Every great conversation happens in the engine room. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
That's where everyone dies in Among Us.
Yes. And just get stuffed in like a random ductwork, you know?
There's a vent there. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. You just hear the sound.
There actually is an airlock in the engine room.
Oh.
Oh.
That is the second airlock that we have.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
good times. About to get killed by 09. Let's go.
Emergency meeting. Emergency meeting.
Everyone in the party has to kill Exterminator at some point. So we're just getting down the list, you know?
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting.
The
for
name is a
more
twist.
AOE's.
You think
Yeah.
he's the exterminator, or it's not the case.
M. Night, you
Exterminated.
cheeky bastard. All right, this looks pretty secluded back here.
Last night, I saw something strange in your room.
Yeah?
A glowing orb appeared in your room, and the temperature dropped by 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Then
No shit.
a small child appeared and grabbed the blue ball and laid in your bed, and you covered him up.
Didn't say who it was, did it?
I was not able to talk to him.
Yeah, you know, these sorts of things happen, I guess. You know, time to
Do they?
time. I mean, rare out here in space, but yeah. Stuff seems to be, you know, pretty much standard thing.
I have never had this occur to me. Small children come to you in your sleep all the time?
I mean, not specifically, you know, small children, but yeah. You know, who knows? Random things here and there. Probably a hologram.
Holograms do not affect temperature.
I don't think we have a saboteur on board, do you?
Why would you comfort a saboteur?
Good question. I don't know. So what are you saying? You thinking it's like a ghost?
I have never considered the fact of a ghost. What is interesting is the cameras did not actually record it. The cameras did record the temperature change.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes, I would think. You know, if you ever heard all the stories, people talking about that kind of thing, it was always hard. It's always somebody's, oh, the hair on the back of my head, you know, standing up on end, you know, weird smell, nobody around to corroborate it, that sort of thing, you know.
So a small child coming to your bed and you comforting him means nothing to you?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, I don't know what the hell it is, so, you know. Did it do anything to the ship?
No, it did not.
Didn't mess with me?
No.
Probably all right then.
Did you have a son?
No?
As a child, did you play with a little blue ball?
I'm sure I did at some point. Not specifically, though.
Do you mind if I watch you every night?
Knock yourself out, buddy.
This is quite interesting.
New pet project.
And stick around. You'll see all kinds of weird things, I'm sure.
Okay.
It's not the first time I've heard this sort of thing.
Happening to you or happening to others?
Both? Everyone's got their folklore.
Folklore.
You know, weird things that they tell kids stories about. You know, or explanations for things they don't understand. Weird shit.
This is weird shit. Did you know Spicy sat up in his bed and screamed as loud as he could a woman's name, and then got so large that his bed creaked and then shrunk back down? Is that also folklore?
Pretty sure that's the Incredible Hulk. Probably don't know much about that one, though.
I do not.
I don't know. Everyone around here seems to have something weird going on.
Okay.
Helios shooting laser beams out of his fingers. Got
Pew pew.
Helios
Barely.
is very hot.
Like, what do you mean?
He gets very hot when he sleeps. His temperature rises.
Well, I mean, maybe he sucked the heat out of my room. I don't know. Seeing the crazy shit Dax gets up to, you know, now Helios. I don't know. Just weird magic stuff.
You are very accepting of all of this weird magic stuff.
And what's the choice? It's gonna happen either way. Might as well learn to deal with it.
Okay. I shall deal with this. Only observing, right?
Hey, it's your experiment.
Oh. Well then, okay. Thank you. This was a good
Nope.
talk.
Done a lot around here helping everyone out. Anything else we can do specifically for you?
I do not believe so.
Give it some thought.
I shall do that. Thank you.
All right, let's get back to the others.
When we get back
guys
upstairs,
return?
Levi,
Yeah.
I start grabbing sensors and I am loading his room up with everything. I want
Sure.
like 100 sensors and light beams and lasers
Just
all around his
Give
room.
me a list of what you. Well, no, because you have a limited thing. So you basically can get barometric pressure sensors, moisture sensors. You can get temperature, obviously, you can just increase that. Sound, light. And then in addition, you get vibrational sensors for affecting air currents and movement of particles in the room. And
Radiation.
radiation.
I want radiation.
And then you get an electromagnetic spectrometer,
EKG.
as well as EKG
And a Ouija board.
and
I know Ouija board.
as well as EKG, and just to be way over the top, you get like a deep scope ultraviolet sensor
Proton pack.
play into like far ranges of light.
Really big thing of salt.
Industrial 55-gallon drum of salt.
You even while you're on this project, you do catch Wit's attention. Here you go. Just 2. Here, take it.
Ooh.
And then out of his one little water locks that basically is like a drawer that comes out of his tube at certain intervals, he hands you a baggie that has inside of it a device that looks like somebody attached an elaborate handle for a lightsaber to, in essence, a 5-prong delicate little antenna array. It's a chemical reader for chemical composition of air.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
So you have a chemilizer.
Ah, I cannot wait for another ghosting.
An exterminator just leaves him.
It's like,
Leaves him hanging.
yeah, it's fine.
Goes to a different room, you know?
Think about it. It's like,
Just,
I'm like so excited. The most interesting nights have ever been for 09 ever.
it's a pretty interesting night.
It is
So much folklore.
so much folklore.
All the folklore.
Man, it is just a damn shame that Dax does not know about this, because that'd make one hell of an episode of High
It
Order.
would.
It's a
It
good
would.
show, man. It's a good show. Oh, okay. It's funny.
You cruise on. You are now within a couple hours of approaching Isabella 7, the spaceport in orbit over a specific region of Rablin. Every spaceport I list has, in essence, its own satellite station that attempts an orbit, and then a corresponding station on the ground that they work with. Each spaceport sometimes is a fully functional colony, sometimes it's only a spaceport. In the case of Isabella 7, it's also a colony. In this case, the colony is on the port itself and on the ground. So I assume you guys want to visit just the port.
Yeah.
And you are approaching. Is there
back.
anything you guys want to do before you get there?
I was going to spend some time working with that emitter to see if I can make it if it's just a beacon, does it seem like a beacon that just he can detect? Is that what it?
You know what she said. You know this is a beacon. Having messed with it and doing your own technomancy attuning to try and read or understand it, give me an Arcana check.
Mysticism?
I'll take that.
Arcana is not a thing anymore. Hold on, where's mysticism? There it is.
I'll be right back.
That's a negative ghost driver. The pattern is
Oh,
full.
gosh, 2 rolls back to back, man.
Oh,
I don't know nothing about ghost boys.
Okay.
Okay.
You're checking it out. You really don't know how this thing functions.
that is some
Which is super
fantastic
frustrating
thunder we're
because
having outside.
You are, in
nice.
essence, holding it and attempting to interface in the mystic fashion that allows your mind to instantly understand facts, similar to how a psychic can object read stuff when they pick up and touch it. And you're used to being able to just getting facts. Just like Forge from the X-Men. He looks at a machine and he starts to inherently understand it and its inner workings. And yet, for some reason, either this thing is deceptively simple or she's got a countermeasure built into them to purposely make it difficult to read.
Interesting.
You know of a couple different things that could do that. Basically, if she has certain types of inner codings on the inside, it can actually make sensors difficult to read an interior object. However, whenever that's the case, usually there's some sort of secondary function that they're attempting to hide that's capable of.
Okay. Well? Well, all right. This thing is not nearly as useful as I was hoping.
Airlocking. Thank you, Litching-Hour.
Thanks, Lich.
Oh, they didn't really airlock her yet. They're going to turn her in, you know?
I share your disappointment, Lich. I was ready for a good airlock.
Option is still on the table.
It is. Let's
Throw whatever we want at an airlock.
There have been many
True.
questions. There hasn't been an airlock. So, once again, we have a somewhat inaccurate title and anticlimactic. Takes him back. That's understandable. So, you guys approach. You are cleared to dock at Port 17. And once you're set up, you guys are met with the dock master. Welcome to Planetary Union, Isabella 7. We have your ID, Bogart. You guys look like you've been having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah.
What's your business today on Isabella 7?
Well, topical that you should mention that because we were looking to have a conversation with your bounty quartermaster. If you could direct us to that location, their offices.
Certainly. That'll be, if you gentlemen, welcome. I've dropped maps into your onboard cortex. No, he doesn't say that. To your onboard. He's going to call it your... what do I want to call this? I've loaded them into the handshake for you to peruse at as you choose. We've got central offices on the first and third floors. I will send word and we'll get someone from the deputies to come take a look.
You might want to tell them to prepare the file on a Dawn Vic.
Checking. Okay. Thank you very much. We will have an associate en route to your ship within the next 5 minutes.
Thank you, Isabella 7. Bogart out.
You are cleared to dock and you are cleared to disembark. Is there any particular service you would like us to contact on your behalf?
Gentlemen?
We still need repairs.
Yeah, we could use a mechanic to look over the ship from the thrashing our bounty gave us.
Very well. I will reach out to we have 3 repair services on board. One is Planetary Union Standard. One is Eurotech Garage and a Panatech Mend Lab. Do you have a preference?
None. Please.
Very well.
I'm sure any will do. 09, I'll trust you to take a look and make sure they're not hacks. Thank you.
We will. We've reached out, and whoever answers first will be handling your call. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, Isabella 7.
As you guys are finally getting off the Bogart, which takes a little while, getting whatever gear you want, getting dressed the way you want, loading up your credits, however you tend to take the station. Waiting outside, you see 2 all-white guards with all-white rifles and very strange looking backpacks that says right here on the lapel, Pana Guardrail. And you see two techs. You see two techs who have a pretty hefty skiff that's on the dock, and one comes up with a board. All right. Nice to meet you. I'm Steve. All hail Iamoose. And thanks for giving us your business today. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to do a quick diagnostic and come back with a general breakdown of what this is going to set you guys at. When based on the estimate, we'll have to you probably within the hour.
Thanks,
Does that work?
Steve. Yeah.
All
that'd
right.
be great. If you got any questions, you can. 09 here is our resident techie. You can answer any questions you need about the ship.
Praise Iamoose. Iamoose loves synths, and so do we at Panamend.
Great.
Do any of you have time for a quick seminar before we begin estimates?
I don't, but maybe somebody else does.
If you listen to the seminar, we can give you a 10% discount on the price.
Oh, no.
Hey, I'll bite the bullet on this one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm really sorry. It's in our company policy. We would need the entire crew to listen to the seminar.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. So, as humanity set forth and breached into the great darkness, there was one unifying truth that Iamoose put before us, and that only together would we truly thrive. 2 hours later, your seminar comes to an end.
I'm not sure Spicy Mike's gonna make it for 2 hours. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on the timeshare.
Give me a fortitude save, Spicy Mike.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the perfect reason to have to leave.
Man, I should have missed games so I could get IBS. So I can
Oh, boy.
too.
We got an 11. I don't know if this is the closest call we've had so far.
Spicy Mike,
That was a close call.
you start to doze off. And doze off. And then on the last one, and then you feel a rumble, and it wakes you up.
Oh.
You sit bolt upright. He's like, it looks like this one here is very interested to hear about the third age. And that was right around the 1.5 hour mark. So, and he starts tearing into the third age of Iamoose.
I've been asleep for 58 minutes.
You guys make it through the Iamoose presentation by Panamend, and you now have a 10% discount to your ship's repairs.
I'm not so sure it was worth it, guys. We'll know next
That was
time.
quite
It's amazing.
interesting. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's
In
amazing they have
short,
a turnaround time to
gentlemen,
do with those seminars.
In short, gentlemen, Iamoose, whether or not you paid attention or care, the general idea you get is Iamoose is a unclear gendered god of society, growth, and progress. However, the culty spin of Panacorp makes everything about Iamoose very suspect. You are all offered free counseling at the next Panacorp pod should you ever need to discuss any issues. At which point, they'll be happy to help you cleanse your clouds.
My God, Scientologist.
Because the clouded cannot be truly in heaven with Iamoose.
That just makes sense.
Do they, does this guy ever do any like weird chanting or anything or reference it during the speech?
No, there's actually not a lot of chanting with Pandacorp. It's just a lot of seminars and talking. They talk about their religion without
Nexium, dude.
the ritual that Catholicism does with sing talking and various callbacks and prayers. It's almost like a lecture hall where pure logic perfectly explains why this religion is absolutely true.
Nexium. It's a call
Nailed
to
it.
branding people.
Perfect. Chat's talking about some unholy things there.
A space moose like Bullwinkle Armstrong.
In my head, I was imagining Iron Moose being more like Danny the Street from Doom Patrol. Completely non-gendered. It's just a street that teleports.
It's a street, yeah. I love Danny the Street.
A sentient street that just teleports and just attracts all the non-binary people to it, apparently.
It's not even the weirdest thing in Doom Patrol, and they did a great job on that show.
It is so good, yeah.
Great job on that show. Oh. Anyway.
Man.
You guys disembark. Not nearly in the time span you wanted. You all feel drained, except for 09. 09 is chipper, and 09, you just got a rich history on what is definitely the most popular and strong religion for humanity in this part of the verse.
That was fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you have a location of where I might stop to cleanse my clouds?
Yeah, it's in the pamphlet.
We can set up a
all in the
cloud cleansing session here on the ship if you would like.
Would there be any further discounts?
I'm very sorry. In order to give you a further discount, we would have to do a cloud cleansing of the entire crew.
Oh, they are far too busy. Very busy folks.
An additional 5%?
For me?
You know,
If you can convince your companions to cleanse their clouds with a session, we'll be willing to lower the cost further to a total of 15% discount for all ship repairs.
09. Can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, yes, of course, Dax.
Listen, I don't mind getting my cloud cleansed,
I've never had a cloud cleanse before.
but I'm a mite bit concerned what that would do to Exterminator over there.
I muted the stream, but not Discord. You're welcome.
Oh,
Oh. It would have negative effects on Exterminator?
well, he's got a lot of rules that he has to follow, like pages. Like, I'm not sure what cloud cleansing would do
Oh.
for him. I don't even know if Spicy Mike has a cloud.
I don't know that I have a cloud, but if I do, I'd like to have it cleansed.
Spicy Mike has the cloud with a chance of meatballs is what he's got.
He definitely got the meatballs, you know what I'm saying?
It sounds like a system flush for the mind. Wait, no, that's fine. It's okay. I shall pass.
It's not worth 5%.
A full 2 hours later than initially
Ow.
started, they start diagnosing the ship for an estimate for all of you.
How do they
Now-
compete with anybody else who doesn't make them sit around for 2 hours first?
I don't know if you've ever
Incredibly low
dealt.
prices.
I don't know if you've ever dealt with these garage types, but there's one thing is guaranteed: this estimate will not be cheap. You roll
Of
her in
course.
for just a simple oil change, they're going to come back with at least 15, 16 things they found that they guarantee you got to fix on one of these boats before they think you should roll back out with it. Like, it's just guaranteed to be a solid 4 digits.
especially on this ship. It is quite
4 digits.
it is quite in
Solid
disrepair.
4 digits.
It probably costs more than
He's on a roll.
Exterminator's bounty.
We can maybe pay for the parts with.
Well,
So
you guys go in, collect the bounty. I will work on trying to sell this other spare ship we have.
Any good scrap?
That's
Like a gun
likely
on
all
it.
it's gonna be.
A
If you'd
big
like
old
me to
machine
take
gun.
things off of it, I can.
When minigun was what was on that, wasn't it?
I think we technically already called that.
We took the minigun
Yes,
already.
I'm considering that was already removed.
Okay.
Oh. We got what we want. Sure.
We did have 1 or 2 because it had like 2 arcs, as I recall.
I mean,
It had one gun.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's maybe about the only part we're selling, though. Whoa.
you.
I thought it said Twinkie. It's a twinkle. Oh.
Oh shit.
These are all the businesses that are aboard this Planetary Union spaceport. You
I
find
think.
out all of them have associates on the ground as well.
Whoa.
Man.
Whoa.
Keep popping up. There's
Yeah, I was like,
Whoa.
Cron fire.
oh, jeez.
The ground fire
jeez.
weaponer is a Vesk minor chain.
Helios, and this is my favorite store on the city. Oh, sorry.
I feel like I inherently do not want to trust Black Hand medical remedies.
Yeah.
Black
no?
Hand Medical Remedies is actually a Kasathan religious based off their
Ooh.
Kasathan are highly ritualistic. You guys have heard in your dealings with Kasathan of weird hand motions and namings as having some sort of additional meaning. You don't necessarily know what it means. And Kasathans tend to name things oddly.
There's a lot to look through here, but
Yeah, I was not prepared for.
Well, I mean, you basically walked into a space mall,
Yeah.
so you're in a space mall
It's
now.
similar to a Sky Mall, but in space.
Do what you will, but Black Hand Remedies has serums of healing, which are.
I mean, it's the Black Hand, so I'm a little wary.
how much money do I even have?
So,
Credits a pop, I think, for like.
you all start wandering through. Your ship is being repaired.
Taking it to the bounty office.
You are approached by the time you are looking at the promenade of all these various businesses. 2 Planetary Union guards approach. Good afternoon. We were told to check in. You have someone in custody that has a bounty.
Yes. When
You're the Bogart.
Yes, with the Bogart. Dawn Vic, we got her in custody and lockdown back on the ship.
Excellent. Here, go down to level 1. Once we confirm, then you should be able to cash out down there.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. You see them march off, and when they get to the dock, you see them stop, and then one of them's like, God damn it, why did they let the... Are they already on board? He's like, well, yeah, there's guardrails, so they're already on board.
Guardrails. Freaking guardrails.
Better not have those heavy loader suits. That's all I'm saying.
So, they get on board, and then by the time you reach this office, which is on the first level of a total of 3, a woman meets you at the desk. She is Lashunta. Hello. It seems that you are... I'm sorry, who are you?
Bogart. We landed over on Dock
Oh,
17. Came in with
yes.
a bounty for Dawn Vic.
Excellent. Let me check our records. Don Vic. Yes. Yeah. So, here, 2 bounties for theft under Don Venetal. 1 for a union official. That is for a full 1,000 under Don Ventar. And 1 for smuggling stolen union property. This is for 700. Thank you. You have apprehended Ria Tassi and brought to end a smuggler who is causing great many problems on this outer ring.
And
I believe that brings your total up to 1,700. No, 2,700 credits.
might want to update your file for murder on that too. She killed our captain in the process of attacking our ship.
Are you comfortable with an investigation on your ship? If you could look at your files to confirm and corroborate your story.
I have no problems with that. Might want to ask the pilot, Wit. He is crew member most familiar with the ship, but I have no objections, gentlemen.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're not. It really ain't my ship, so
Right? It was her ship. She was the captain, so I think it's probably right to
As
make
far
sure.
as we know, she's got nothing to hide. So
Then we will look into it. Thank you for your service to the Planetary Union. Please enjoy your stay. Welcome to Isabella.
Thank you. Take the
All right, not bad.
And let's see. Dax, give me a will save.
And I'm on fire today. This is gonna go well. I can tell.
So that's going to be 340 credits to everybody, FYI.
That's 11.
340.
Or 0.
You hear a voice in your head. Are you Dax Schuss of the Ordnance?
I kind of start looking around, not sure where it came from.
I'm sorry. I am a fan.
I think yes, without saying it.
For a brief moment, you get a faint floral smell and vanilla.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the entertainment.
I do my best. It's always good to meet a fan. I don't know which one of these people walk around here you are, but it's always good to meet a fan.
I am sorry. I am as the counter. You just spoke to me to turn in the bounty.
Oh, I turn around. Oh, yeah. Hey.
My name is Amosa.
Is there something you
She's not
needed?
speaking. This is just happening in your head.
Yeah, and Dax walks over, leans on the counter. Is there something you need me to sign?
Oh, no. I just wanted to know what the inside of you felt like.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I get that one a lot.
Baguette cannon. Oh, man.
All right, well.
She lets that linger, and then she goes to continue to do file work with a little bit of a smirk on her face.
Yeah. Turns
As
out
you-
exterminated.
You
Met a
glance
fan.
over, and you can
Oh,
see
nice.
you can see a short deputy human male looking at you with big thick glasses. He's like,
Yeah. So,
dejected.
The hell was all that about?
it's always good to meet a fan. You just, like I said,
All of their ships are pre-painted white. That's good.
I mean, she's seen our work. She's a big fan. That's all. Just
And nothing wrong with that.
no.
It's getting a little strange though. Everyone's gonna be seeing us together. It's gonna kind of infringe on your whole gimmick now, right?
It ain't my gimmick until Zapco tells me it's my gimmick. And right now, all there is some politician willing to start primarily using Zapco products, which admittedly will cause an influx of cash to come to Zapco. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to tilt the meter on what we have to do around here. We just have to wait and see what shakes down from it. They may not want anything to do with this guy if his message is unpopular enough. They may try to disassociate from him completely.
That's true.
Helios Mike and 09. A Sheeran is following Exterminator while they're talking. And then
which one
another.
is Sheeran, just so I can remember.
But
The little bugs.
Okay. Because all I can think of is like redhead
Ed
British.
Sheeran. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible naming. Starfinder. What were you doing?
What were you doing?
What were you doing?
What were you thinking?
I mean, I'm pretty sure on the publication date, Ed Sheeran already had a career.
I'm sure.
I'm
What are
pretty
you
sure he was
doing?
already born, so
Yeah.
predated it. Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Call him bug people. I don't know. Anything. Bugkin. Why Sheeran? I don't get it. Anyway.
The good bug's
dead
bug.
The only good bug's a dead bug. While they're debating back and forth, a Sheeran falls in lockstep behind Exterminator, followed by another one, exactly in single file. And by the time you all notice that you've all noticed, except for Dax and Exterminator, who are once again wrapped up in a debate, there is now a third one.
Hey guys, you got an entourage.
Yeah, probably. Well, what's going on?
You turn around, and all of a sudden, there are 4, and they all stop. You are here. You don't see mouths move. You guys all just hear that. In an oddly creepy way, the Sheeran mentally project their voice without moving their mouth parts.
Really wouldn't expect you to be a fan. But happy to see it.
Here, born of the chrysalis, to be once pupated into kingdom. You are the thriceborn. And then they all bow.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, what are they bowing for?
Rice? Born? What was the third time?
Then one stands up, Thriceborn, Intella, and then another one goes, no, friend of Thriceborn. Yes, and then he bows down.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know about 3 times.
The lead one pops up and says, Thriceborn, these younglings do not know the ways of humans. I give great apology. And then he hands you a munch meat snack.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a tip dippy.
A tip dippy.
Yes, it's a wet meat log that that comes with its own pack of barbecue gel.
I love these things. Great.
Dip the tip. That's the catchphrase.
Tip the tip.
I haven't had barbecue
Donkey.
in years.
So what do you all know about this whole Thriceborn in action? You're pushing it out there? Keeping it secret? What's your thing?
Should we keep it a secret, Thriceborn? Or should we spread the word?
Tell me what you're thinking. I'll tell you which way to go.
One comes over the other one's like, a test. He's like, a test of faith. A test it is then. Thriceborn,
Through the great dreams, we have seen one has fallen, one has risen, and one has risen again, thriceborn. Called from the stars beyond, whether one that is broken, once of 5, now of 1, and you are the thriceborn. You have come to herald in the new age of justice for all of the shattered. We will follow you, thriceborn.
Stormbringer just kind of looks around the other guys, kind of not sure what to make of that. Well, you know, with the new show coming out and all, publicity's always good. I mean, backstory's always fun.
So spread the word. Spread the word. The thriceborn has come. They will bleed before they do not listen.
And then he runs off.
Dex kind of elbows Exterminator, leans over, says, "Hey, bud, before too long, they're going to have 2-hour seminars about you."
Damn right.
And a 15% discount.
Hey, I hear the Sharon get some work done quick.
So wait, were they fans or did they say they dreamed you?
I don't know. It's you see crazy buggers like that all the time, right?
Buggers.
We don't. We don't. So
That's what they
much.
should have called them. Listen up, Bizo. We're called buggers now.
The claw.
When you guys say bugger, you see like a Kasatha look in your direction, go like, oh, and just keep going.
Deserved.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're coming off that hive thing. Who knows what they've got in their head? You know, they're probably just fans. You know, they know the work I get up to, taking care of the ones that are still connected and all that. So,
I mean,
you know,
I get it. They're in a desperate place right now. They need something to grab onto.
shit, I don't know. People see all kinds of weird shit in their dreams.
Wait, is it a dream? Whole campaign. It's a dream.
The whole time.
And
I don't know.
so,
I mean, it's bugs, pupas, and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's just what they're up against.
and
It's their whole
so,
motif.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Caterpillars.
as our guys start wandering through this spaceport, trying to figure out what the next move is going to be, with some hard-earned credits from a bittersweet earning. We're going to wrap tonight with what they're going to be doing next. And
Selling a
gentlemen, level 2-3.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
That's where we get the good stuff.